And we're live.
I'm glad to be.
Welcome back to another episode of Averages Talk Football TV. How's everybody feeling tonight?
Good, man.
Gucci.
Great.
Good, man. Thanks again to all of our friends, all of our supporters, all of our fans out there who have been with us since, the beginning of the season. If this is your episode, thank you for tuning in with us. Um, Remember, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Twitter, we are on Apple Podcasts, we're on YouTube. Remember to like, subscribe if you like what you hear here today, and just remember to keep rocking with us. I know we only have a few more weeks left of the Prem season, but we're gonna have some summer tournaments this year. There are the Olympics as well, so there's gonna be no shortage of footy this summer. We have Copa America coming up. We have the Euros, so there are some big games coming up this year. Especially with England, I feel like this is probably their time to shine, especially after going through last Euros, getting to the finals and losing in penalties. I think they're gonna come back with a vengeance, but yeah, just to keep you tuned, we're going to have stuff all summer. So although the year is coming to an end with our Premier League and club teams, we got some international stuff coming up very soon through the pipeline. But to start, since we're talking about Europe already, just want to recap what happened last week in Champions League and then give our predictions for this upcoming week since we have games tomorrow and Wednesday as well. But to start, let's go ahead with what happened last week in the Champions League. We had two major games. First, we had Tuesday, Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. I think we all came on here and thought that Madrid would run away with it, but shout out to these German teams, man. Like I said last week, they haven't done as well domestically, but in Europe, when you look at what they were able to accomplish this year, Dortmund, I think surprised everybody by getting to the semis. First of all, starting off in the group of death and then being able to make it out and now getting to the semis. They've had a very good draw, beating Atleti and PSV to get here. They now are up 1-0 on PSG. And then Bayern, they had to see Arsenal last round, who was a very tough matchup. They saw Porto, or not Porto, they saw Lazio in the first round. That was kind of a shoe-in, but now they have to see Madrid, the guys who have won this tournament the most out of any other club in the world, and they were able to tie it up 2-2 at home. So let's start with that Bayern Madrid game. Did Bayern surprise you guys? And honestly, do you think Bayern had a chance to go to Madrid up 3-2? Because I think they could have capitalized more. I think Madrid played their game and they were able to do what they do well, get that second goal and tie it up. But how did y'all feel about that first matchup?
I mean, I still think Madrid's going to go through. I think if Bayern had any shot, they needed to win this match. They didn't do that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you're going into this match on level playing ground or level playing field, but it's the Bernabeu, It's that 12th man in the fans is going to be very important. I think that they'll just not run away with it, but I think they'll nice comfortable 2-0, 3-1 win at home. I don't see Bayern going in there and getting a result. I don't think they're going to hold a clean sheet. Yeah, I don't know. I shout out to them for tying it up, but and coming back. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna get a result there.
Yeah, I agree with Gabriel. I just don't see it. I just don't. The goals they scored were pretty quick. They had 2 goals in like 5 minutes, something like that. Yeah. So I mean, the way Real Madrid plays at home, I just don't see Bayern getting through. Yeah, I just don't see it.
Yeah, I said last week I thought I wouldn't be surprised if Bayern kept it close or even got a narrow lead, but at the Bernabeu, Real Madrid is a different team. They've already wrapped up the league, La Ligue. So congrats to them on that, and I think that could be a needed boost going into this game. And Yeah, I mean, when I look at Real Madrid's goals, I don't know. I just feel like they always like score from just like nothing.
Mhm.
Tony Cruz's pass to Vinicius was amazing, but that's just an example of how that came from a throw-in, you know. And so like at the Bernabeu, that's a different team. That's the best team in the world. So I think that I think that they'll win it all, but they got to get past the former German champs.
Mhm.
They might not even be the German champs next year if
Yeah, if Xavi keeps doing what he's doing.
That team's getting broken up, man.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. They will break up.
Someone's leaving. Someone important is going somewhere this summer.
Verts.
You're on mute, Noyes.
Verts, I don't think leaves.
No,
think
I was-
Verts is like a next year thing.
Frimpong?
Frimpong though, Frimpong, Boniface.
Them guys are out of there.
The left back I thought was pretty good.
Grimaldo.
Grimaldo, yeah.
He was pretty good, and I think I mean we were linked to Patrick Schick a few times, but they got a few good pieces on the team,
Bro, they got like
Mhm.
5-6 good pieces on their team.
and the manager probably the best.
Yeah.
piece. But
Honestly. Yeah, I would say I think somebody leaves, but I don't know what it is. I think Xavi has enough pull to where he's able to keep most of their guys. I think they do lose either like a Frimpong or a Grimaldo, even a Schick. But I mean, people like Leverkusen has draw now. They're in Champions League. You know, they have Xavi. So even if it's a 1-year thing, you can go learn under Xavi, who's shown to be a top manager. And so I think that he has a lot more draw than we might think he does have. And that could influence some of these kids to stay. Because I could see a world where, you know, the group stays for one more year series where they can do in Champions League. I don't think if they don't win the league or if they don't win Champions League, a lot of their stock will drop that much. Especially in a world now where players are kind of just going for whatever. Yeah, I mean, if we look at our teams, we all have players that we paid 40, 50, 60 upwards to 100 million for that don't deserve it. So I don't think that they're in a situation where their stocks will drop that much, even if they do stay. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with Leverkusen. I would love for them to keep their core, but we know how world football works. Everyone's looking at that team right now to pick them off. So
is Marco Reus retiring or is he just leaving Dortmund?
he's leaving on a
He's
free.
leaving. Yeah.
You think he'd be a good fit for them?
Yeah. I mean, he's still a decent player.
And he's coming off the bench for Dortmund now. You know, we
Yeah.
could just go ahead and switch gears to Dortmund. They won 1-0 against PSG. You know, I feel like the whole world is rooting for Marco Reus to get his Champions League. Ever since he announced this past week that he will be leaving Dortmund after this year for 12 years. I don't know. It was cool to see kind of the soccer world just going and giving him his praises, giving him his flowers. We kind of look, and I said this in our group chat, and I want to say it out loud, but I feel like we give Harry Kane a little bit more hate than we should, and we kind of give Marco Reus a little bit more grace. Not that we should, but when I look at two of those players, they kind of had similar careers. Obviously different countries, but you know, both on teams that have gotten a Champions League, both on teams that have been, you know, in their domestic leagues, part of a title race, both who have fallen short of both of those a few times. But you know, Marco Reus was able to get, you know, the German domestic cup. I believe he has a DFB Pokal and something else. I forgot what the other championship with Dortmund is, but you know, he's had a great career. But I feel like we also just give him a little bit more grace. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because Bayern was so dominant during his time there. We kind of just say, hey, you know, Bayern won 11 in a row. What are you going to do? But switching back to Champions League, you know, we were talking about Mbappe probably leaving on a high, possibly facing the team he's going to go to next year. And I don't know, Dortmund, you know, at home, they were able to take care of business. How do y'all feel about, you know, this second leg? Do you think Mbappe and the French boys will get it done at the Parc aux Princes, or do we think that these German thoroughbreds are going to get it to the finals?
I mean, I was impressed. I was impressed with Dortmund. I got to give it to them, but
yeah,
I was a little disappointed with the way PSG kind of came out, but even them, they had opportunities to score. But
Mhm.
the one thing I know for a fact is this Dortmund team, when they leak goals, they leak goals. So
Mhm.
I mean, if PSG show more or less what they've shown all year at home, they can score multiple goals at home. It's just a matter of can they keep it defensively sound in the back.
Man.
They're suspect to me in the back. I don't know.
Absolutely, I agree. If PSG can just, pretty much play the way they played, I mean, they had a good game. They were just unlucky. So if those shots go in, they should be good. But
I think
Dortmund's on the run, though. They're on the run. So I won't be surprised if they hold. I won't.
The
Because
loser.
even PSG getting by Barcelona, it's questionable. But we'll see.
PSG got it. I mean, they hit the post 3 times last match.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All unlucky just to not go in the back of the net. I mean, like you said, bro, they didn't play a bad match at all. Both teams played very, very well. So
Mhm.
I mean,
Well,
Dortmund
who
just
does
What?
everyone have?
what do you
What do you
mean?
mean?
Like who's everyone picking?
Oh, I'm picking PSG. I
I'm going
wanted
PSG.
PSG Real Madrid final.
Yeah, I
I'm
think it
going
would be
PSG.
better if we saw PSG Madrid final, but I'm low key rooting for Dortmund. I'm not
I
gonna
honestly
lie.
wouldn't be surprised
I'm not gonna lie.
if this game goes into overtime or extra time in overtime. I wouldn't be surprised. Like
I can
I could
agree.
see like a 2-1 PSG win during normal time and then it going into extra time. I could definitely see that. So I think there will be goals, but I mean defensively Dortmund's been pretty solid. So I think they might I think it's go to extra time, honestly. I think it'll be decided there.
Are they
And
down one
once
or two? They're
one.
down one.
Just
One
one.
nil.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I think PSG wins 2-1 normal time. It'll be 2-2 on aggregate going to extra time. And I mean, anything can happen there. We've seen miracles happen in extra time. So
You got
that's
both teams scoring.
I got both teams scoring for sure.
Take notes, guys. Take notes.
Put the bet in now.
Take notes. Okay.
But yeah, man, it's been a crazy European season. I said this last week, but for this to be the last year, we're going to use this format of the groups and then, the knockout rounds. We're leaving on a high note, that's for sure. This has been a very interesting tournament. We see some teams go further than we've seen in a long time, and we've seen some surprises in the semis. So, who knows what's going to happen these next couple of days? But I think we all could have guessed what was going to happen to Manchester United today with having no center backs. We'll just go right into the Premier League, start with the team that played today. If you lose, you go first. And Salam, y'all got Molly-Wop. It wasn't pretty at all. Got a
4-piece nugget.
Got a 4-piece spicy from Wendy's. They made it real spicy. 2 goals per half, just even it up. Make sure you guys don't feel too bad on either half. Just go through. I mean, obviously we didn't expect you guys to have no center backs, but was 4-0. Do you think that was an accurate representation of the match today?
It could have been worse. So I mean, I would say yes. I thought 4-0 was a pretty fair result. They were definitely the better team on the day. Shout out to their whole front three. They look great against us. Great goals. I mean, Mateta's goal. There's really nothing that I feel like you could have done about that. Even though I always feel like Onana could always do better.
Useless keeper.
But that was a great shot. That was a great shot. Even the first one, it wasn't even like a clean hit. Like it's just one of those where
it's too short.
Yeah, it's just like he's not like
long enough to get
big enough. Just I don't know, but honestly, bro, like I'm not gonna be like overreactionary and crazy, like emotional here. I just feel as if based off of the available players, this was expected. I didn't think that it would be as bad as it was today. But I also didn't think that some of these players would play as bad as they did. And all of them, it's a collective effort. I know a lot of people are trying to pin it on one person or this person. Casemiro, everyone's saying Casemiro. Casemiro didn't play well, but neither did Ericsson, neither did Delo, or Wan-Bissaka, or the keeper. The only or Anthony. The only people who were bright for me was Rasmus, Mount, and Mainu. And I mean Garnacho, I felt like it's just one of those. He's an attacker, so if we don't really have the ball, and he can't really impact the game as he should. So, but it is what it is, man. I think regardless of what people think about the manager, whether he should be in or whether he should be out, I think one thing that is very obvious is that a lot of these players have to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And when you look at the lineup today, I mean, Casemiro probably not going to be here next year. Johnny Evans, hey, big shout out to you, man. I appreciate you giving everything. Was injured, probably wasn't. Ten Hag said that the plan wasn't to start him today, but he had to because there was no one available. He clearly looked not healthy, but he had a tough, he had a tough front three to go up against. Shout out to Diego Delo once again. Just people say you try and you do, but it's just like defensively, he's just not where he needs to be. Shout out to all the hipsters that said we needed a ball playing goalkeeper. For a team that doesn't even keep possession, the thing that everyone thought we needed was a ball playing goalkeeper. So shout out to all of you guys, whether you guys be out there listening on this podcast or are affiliated with this podcast. I appreciate all of you. And last but not least, I just want to say I'm still Ten Hag in because I don't think even Pep Guardiola wouldn't have done anything with the players available today.
You don't think he could have made adjustments?
Nope. What adjustments would you have made?
Not play Casemiro at center back?
Yeah.
He's been playing there, and we don't have anyone available. He's been playing there.
Delo couldn't play out inside and put Anthony on the outside.
Delo, the guy we just talked about who isn't good at defending. You want to put him at center back? At least Casemiro has experience. Yes, it's not his natural position.
Wan-Bissaka can play center back?
No, he can barely play right back. He can barely play left back. He played left back today. I don't know why Erik ten Hag played him on the left and Diego Delo on the right. Diego Delo is a little bit technically better, so playing him on the left would have been a little bit better. But Wan-Bissaka, what I'm saying? Him, Anthony, all these guys, man. Ericsson, I thought was terrible today. I thought, everyone has time for Casemiro, which again he deserves it. But Christian Eriksen, my goodness, you are just you are, and it's sad because I really liked him. Christian Eriksen at his prime was something. This Christian Eriksen, you're past it, man. You're past it. Look at the goal that the goal that we conceded from the throw-in, Mateta's goal. Shout out to Christian Eriksen, man. Big shout out to him.
Do you think you can still potentially get a European spot, or do you think that's over with?
Oh yeah, Europe is the aim. Europe is the aim, and I think it's very doable. I think it's very tough because we have our next two opponents are very tough.
Salam, how are you going to do it? Please tell me.
We got to take care of what's in front of us, Mike. That's what we have to do.
You're speaking like your manager right now.
Yeah, you have to. What do you want me to do? Hey, listen. It's funny. Are you in a final?
We made it to a final.
Oh my
Where?
God.
We played in the Carabao final.
Yeah, that's right.
Just to get mollywopped. I know.
Yeah, bro, we're there though.
Dress rehearsal.
Yeah, bro. if you guys come up short, Gabriel, and if we win an FA Cup, my goodness, you won't hear
That's not happening.
Have fun with the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Man.
No, I think now I think Chelsea is above United on the table, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
There you go. So
Everyone's
you got
above.
so Mike and Cornelius got
What do you mean
they
you
wanted
think?
all season.
What do you mean you
All
think?
season.
You think we're above you on the table, or we are above you on the table?
Here's your I finished
okay.
above Man United trophy. Here it is.
First of all, the league's not
I'll
over. That's
take
not
it.
what we want.
It's good enough for us. I'll take it. We just gotta get the 6th spot, and then we're cool. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, I have
We're
an
looking at Spurs at this point.
announcement to make when we get to previews. So
Announcement.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for the previews.
So you said you're bringing Ten Hag back again 1 year. You think he deserves it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Nah.
Absolutely, he deserves it.
We'll see how you feel in the next two
look
games.
at what man. Look at what he has had to deal with.
It's part of the
Like,
game, Stallone.
Yeah. No, I understand. Injuries are part of the game. Injuries are part of it, which is why you're not hearing me say it. Never once did I mention anything about having 0 fit center backs. You never heard me say anything about any of that. It is what it is. I understand.
Okay. That's fair.
But my thing is and again, and shout out to the refs for some of the decisions today. Once again, it's about what sells more. I understand. But I mean, it is what it is, man. FA Cup final is all we're playing for, and hopefully we can play spoiler this weekend. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, man. Chelsea. We're just gonna switch gears. Chelsea. We look good. This is it's. I say this very, very bittersweet, but I don't know why it took us 35 weeks to look like a team. It honestly, like, this is probably the best game that we've played in a long time. It seemed like everybody was on the same page. I mean, we had very, very big injuries to a lot of players. Everybody on our bench was an academy youth, but our starting 11 seemed to get it done. And I guess that goes to show just the overall like course of our year, I guess. I would have loved to see this team start clicking maybe in February, because then we would have been making a push for top 4, because I still truly believe that this team had what it took to get to top 4, injuries aside. If you look at our team, what we're able to do against the top 6, if you're able to see what we're able to do in this last month and a half, we're flying. But Cole Palmer is definitely the ringleader. When he doesn't play, it's evident that we aren't the same team. It's good to see some of these. It's good to see some of these young guys take a step up. I know Madueke has been the subject of discussion, especially after fighting with Cole Palmer for the PK that we had, 3-4 weeks ago. But honestly, I think that he's a player. There's a player in him. He's an Instagram baller for sure. But if we can somehow just get him a little bit more serious, I think that he's a Chelsea player. It's good to see. It's good to see what Nicholas Jackson was able to do. Again, I've been saying it all year. I think there's a player in him. It's the fundamentals that he needs to get better. But week 35, week 36, I'm looking at our team. We have, I believe, 2 players in double digits with Nicholas Jackson and Cole Palmer is scoring. We have a lot of players that are around that 5-6 range. So if you look at what we're able to do this year to last year, somebody actually put a tweet up. This year we have 56 points hold on, let me
54.
Yeah, let me make sure I'm getting the numbers right. So this year we have 54 points with 3 games left to go in the Premier League. Last year we ended with 44 points the entire year.
Jeez.
44
no way.
Last year we had,
Wow.
I believe, 38 goals for.
You're better.
This year we're already at 70 goals for. So if you look at what and someone said, is this such a, like, are you guys surprised that you're seeing this jump in Chelsea? And I said, no, last year we had 4 different managers over the course of an 8-month season. There's no consistency and there's so much dysfunction. You're not going to be able to get the best out of your players. As much as I don't like Pochettino, as much as I do not believe he's going to be the guy to get us to where I believe we can be, he still is consistent. He's been our coach all year. The players at least have some ideology of how he wants to play. Whether we as fans see that or not on the outside, the players are with him day in, day out, and they're able to somehow understand who he is as a coach and how he wants the boys to be set up. So when you look at the numbers, it's not very, it's not that staggering to me. A big portion of that is Cole Palmer. If we didn't have him, I don't think our numbers would be looking the same. But at the end of the day, it's good when we have a consistent manager that is able to somehow try to get his point across to the team. Everyone's going to go through their ups and downs. But, I mean, look at Ange Postecoglou, what he was able to do with Spurs after just 1 year. They're top 6. With all the injuries they had, they were still managed to stay top 6 the whole year. So for me, I think this is, this just goes to show, like, there are going to be growing pains when you're going through a rebuild. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be as quick as you want it to be. But there are little steps you could take along the way to ensure that you don't go 2 steps forward, 8 steps back, and then 3 steps forward, 5 steps back. This consistency is something that I want to see with Chelsea. And hopefully, moving forward, this is something that we could build on. That's kind of all I have to say about this team.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you said pretty much everything. Yesterday's win, big step. But I do still think this game coming up this week is one of the big tests too. Honestly, if you look at the last few games,
You play Liverpool this week, right?
no, Brighton.
No, Nottingham
Right.
or Brighton
Yeah,
or Nottingham Forest.
I think we played Brighton and then
It's Brighton.
Forest. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know.
But if you look at our schedule, the last 8 games, we had
It's Forest this week and then Brighton
and then right. Okay.
and then
We
Bournemouth.
had 2 wins that 2 ties that should have been wins. One was Burnley and one was Sheffield. If we would have won those games, we're sitting 5th right now. So, but they're saying that, we should be fighting for top 4. It's not crazy because if you look at the chances we've missed and I mean, just buttling jobs in games, just handing games away. If we were able to take care of business during those times, I think we'll be fine. But I like where we are. I think we're going to finish 6th. And even though I still want Poch out, you got to give credit when credit is due. He's doing a good job. Keep it up. We'll see what you do this weekend.
Yeah, I said I believe it was like in January, right around right around the halfway, mark of the season. I said I believe that Chelsea will have more points in the second half of the season than we did in the first half of the season. And I said that I think we were in 11th in January, either 10th or 11th place. I think that Chelsea would finish top 6 at the end of the year. I said, I even said it on our predictions mid-year. I said, I believe we'll finish above United. You guys had us at 8th. You guys had us at 10th.
I know, disrespectful.
Some of you barely had us at 10. And
we
I
need
said,
to revisit that.
And I said, look, this team.
I'm right here. What?
Look, and I said, I don't. And I said, if you honestly think there are 9 teams better than us in the Premier League, just on paper, you're crazy. Now, whether or not we are able to show that week in, week out, I can't guarantee that. But over the course of 19, 20 games, I can show you that we are better than 9 of the teams in the league. And if you're able to, and I even saw it today, since January, if you look at a table of points, we're 4th overall. And who's accumulated the most points? But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Since the halfway of the year, we're 4th in the amount of points. So for me, it's like, look, I believe this team could do this. I saw what we had when it was just bare bones, week 5, week 10, when we're struggling to beat some of these teams. But then I also saw what we're able to do when we play well against a City, against a Liverpool, against an Arsenal. So for me, I really have belief that this team could be good. It's just me being a Chelsea fan my whole life. I'm frustrated because I know what we can be, and it's just not there yet. Again, I'm not sold on Pochettino. I never have been. Ever since he was at Tottenham, I thought he was a decent manager. I never thought he was a top 4 manager. But like Mike said, we just have to give him a chance to see what he does next year. Hopefully, he's able to bring his players in. Hopefully, we're able to take some of these players out and actually form Chelsea the way Chelsea is supposed to be. Because
Yeah.
I still think we're a ragtag group of players, and we're not Chelsea Football Club yet. But
I
we're
think,
starting to get there.
yeah, I think the guys he has playing right now, just leave it for the rest of the year. They seem to have found some street. Just leave it. Let these guys play it out. Bring people off the bench. The fact that even Raheem Sterling is not seeing the pitch, that should send him a message. Because Madueke's assist
See ya.
to Jackson yesterday,
See ya.
Raheem has had 3 of those. Three. Salam.
3.
That could have
Yep.
won us the game. I'm not even exaggerating. 3. It's so visible. I believe Wolves, somebody, and these are. I remember Wolves because it was on my birthday. 3 times. He could have just squared the ball. Go.
I believe you. I believe
So
you.
I hope he was watching that. I hope he was watching that.
And what after the game, Madueke had a quote, something that said, "I already had my goal, and I saw Nicholas Jackson next to me. I know he's been struggling. I had to get him his." Something along those lines. And that's what you want to see, bro. It's not always about the X's and the O's. It's not always about winning 4-0. It's not always about the clean sheets. It's about becoming a team. This is what I was talking about from the top of the year. We need Chelsea to become a team. This is what I've been talking about all year.
Where was this energy when Kai Havertz got the PK? Where was this same energy? Where was this team energy? When Kai Havertz didn't score for Arsenal and was struggling, and we gave him a PK, where's the same energy? Now it's a team thing, huh? So when it becomes to y'all, now it's a team thing.
It's always
The
been a
energy.
team.
Energy was real different when
No,
we
but
gave Kai
we're
Havertz
talking
the
I
Chelsea
don't know. I don't-
specific, though.
Yeah,
Chelsea
yeah,
specific.
I'm not
Gabriel,
talking
if you
nothing
look at
about Kai Havertz.
Arsenal,
No,
you just
it's
have like
okay.
a few players that are new. You guys are a team for it, except for Rice and who
Kai.
Havertz. Yeah, like
And Timber,
that's what
but
he's
it's
saying.
okay.
We
I'm
gotta.
just- I know. I understand. I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying the energy, the tone did changed up a little bit. The tone
No,
has changed up.
It
And
has
look,
to. It's
and
Arsenal.
even when you brought up Kai Havertz, I never disputed that. I never dispute giving somebody the chance to get their form back or get their confidence back. I'm always been on that team because Kai struggled the first half of the season, and we were on his ass because we were like, "Look, y'all bought him. He's supposed to be your guy. Let's see it." Same thing with Nicholas Jackson. We bought him. He was supposed to be our striker. Let's see it. And all year we've been giving them the same amount of slack. Where's this energy been? So for me, it's more so for me, and it's not even just getting a guy his confidence back. It's getting the team to be a team. That's what I wanted to see this whole year. This whole year, I didn't have much expectations for Chelsea. I just wanted us to have some sort of identity and for us to improve upon last year. Last year, we finished in 12th place. Right now, we're sitting in 8th. That's a minor improvement. Last year, we scored 38 goals. This year, we've already scored 70. That's a major improvement. You know what I mean? So for me, if we're able to take baby steps year to year, or maybe even a medium step from year to year, yeah, Gabriel can talk Zinni when we go to Arsenal. We're almost done with Chelsea. But yeah, for me, it's just, can we see these improvements and can Chelsea become a formidable club again? If you were able to look at us points home versus points away, last year versus this year, we're a formidable team at home again. We've gotten 30 out of our 54 points at home, or out of
one loss the last 18
out of our
games
44 points at home. Chelsea Stamford Bridge is becoming a fortress again. Last year, you could walk into the bridge and you were taking points. You were taking points. So for me, to everyone who didn't beat us at home,
Gabriel, you guys didn't beat us there.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, who beat us at home? You know, out of the top 6, no one really beat us at home. So for me, that's how I gauge my season. Are we able to take the next? Look, if we can go look at the numbers, who beat us at home? Salam, did you beat us at home? I think we beat you for the first time in how many years?
Yeah, exactly. So, when was the last time you guys?
This year.
Yeah,
a few weeks ago.
Before this
I think 20. It doesn't matter because we won this time.
When was the last time? Mike, when was the last
we
time
gave Anthony his little flimsy 1 assist for the season. You should be grateful.
You guys are talking about slack. Where's the slack?
What slack?
Where's the slack for Anthony? Because we were talking.
Ain't no slack for him. Ain't no slack for him.
Hold on. We were talking about this earlier. All this energy for Anthony, right? And I'm not by any means am I not saying that he has played well, or I'm not defending him.
Okay, so where
Oh,
are we
my
going?
goodness, like Enzo 100
Oh
plus,
my god!
Caicedo
Don't do that.
100 plus,
Don't do that,
Jack
Salam.
Grealish 100 plus,
1 goal, 1 assist.
1 goal, 1 assist, Mike.
Hey, bro, what did you
my
say?
1 goal and
He
my
does
1
not even have 3G.
Hey man,
No, he does. All comps he does.
No, he does. No, he,
All comps he does.
when he
All
said
comps.
that,
He
it
said
sounded
all comps.
crazy, but he didn't.
No, I always count things all comps.
Mhm.
You guys are always
Okay,
trying to
okay.
say, "Oh,
Okay.
Does he have more? Does he have more than 5 GA all comps?
I don't think he does. 5? That's
think-
crazy. Come on,
I think he might be. That's the threshold.
he's
He-
teetering. He's
yeah.
teetering around the 4 or 5 mark.
Yeah, it's like 4.5. I don't know.
That's
Let me check.
Crazy.
I'm trying to tell you. No, but I'm just saying. Like you talk about
That's
slack.
crazy.
Like those guys have had horrendous seasons all season. That's 200 million. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like in the midfield.
Yeah, but
Nani
you-
hasn't even played
250
like
million.
Nani just started. Like he just started actually playing.
Who is it?
For real.
Nani.
Madueke.
Nani. I'm not even talking about Nani.
Oh,
I'm talking.
Modric?
Oh yeah, Mukhailo. I haven't even touched him yet.
Oh,
Paul.
Mukaila
Yeah.
has triple.
Yeah.
quadruple
I
his
haven't even.
numbers.
I haven't even started there. He's worse than Anthony to me. He took the number
Wow.
10. He's the guy.
No, that's a hot take.
You know,
Yeah,
he
that's a
is.
crazy take.
He is absolutely.
Bro,
No,
he's just
yeah.
a couple of shots away. If he starts making them,
There's no way in your right mind that you actually believe that Anthony is better than
it's better than
People
Modric.
hate,
the Torts.
people
Crazy.
hate people hate Anthony so much because he
don't hate
scored
him,
in his
actually.
debut.
You
And-
know,
and-
you know
and-
why?
And
Anthony
he
fooled
scored-
me. That's why I don't like him
He
because
scored
he's
in
not who
his
I thought he
debut.
was.
bro.
He's a
Everything,
fraud.
everything,
Anthony's a
everything,
fraud.
Is Modric?
everything, everything that
Is Modric?
hold on, everything that Paul Scholes said about that man is true. He is a one-trick pony, bro. That guy is not on his he doesn't have the opportunity to cut in on his left foot. That guy is useless. Literally,
Even when he
useless.
does, he can't put it on
I
frame.
just watched the count. I'll send you guys the count that I watched. but
Put us all.
Is it a United Cup or are we going back to Brazil? Because
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Or
Like,
Ajax,
obviously, like he hasn't been good in the United shirt. But I'm just saying, those two cases, again, Anthony is labeled as like, wow, he's the bust of all busts, and I'm like, well, I mean, you can look around and see
This is
Mukhailo
second
here.
season doing though. This is second season doing this though.
Okay,
This is
So then
second.
what-
This is
so
the
then what
twerker.
happened-
Listen, if the twerker does the same, if all the players you just mentioned, they do the same
Yeah.
exact thing next season, I'll have the same exact energy.
so even the 250 million midfield.
Bro,
the
did you watch
250
Caicedo
million
yesterday?
midfield. What's that?
Did you watch Caicedo yesterday?
I watched the
Come
highlights.
on, man. Come
I
on,
watched
man.
the
But
highlights. People
Salam,
are
you're
saying
acting
that
like
People
You're
say he's
acting
looking
like-
better. Okay.
you're acting like he's there to score though. It's not there
He's
to
not.
score. Enzo's not
Exactly.
there to
He's
score
not there
either.
to score. Well, why can't we? So okay, do you remember? Do you remember what some were saying about Casemiro when Casemiro came?
Here we go.
Oh, all the things that a midfielder needs to do. Is he doing all those things?
he was scoring at
Enzo?
Madrid. He came in as someone who could score, and then
Mhm.
Who could score?
Now-
he was scoring for us. And then remember, those stats don't matter.
He's doing breakdancing.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
no, I
What did
saw him.
Cornelius say? They made it touch earth.
Touching earth today.
Touch
Yeah.
earth. So then next year, this 250 million midfield.
Don't worry about
We-
it.
we
We're
have to-
gravy. I'm telling you, we're gravy.
Look, sometimes you have to invest for the
Yeah.
long run.
the long
run.
For the long run. You know, all
Anthony?
these guys are young.
I'll take this 80 million loss.
That's
You know what I'm
100,
saying?
bro.
It's not 100.
100, fam.
It's not 100.
Why does he
would
keep
move
ducking
on.
this 100 number?
First of all, hold on.
It is.
Why you
What
keep
did
ducking
you
this
get
100
80?
number?
It's not 100 because they're not getting.
It's
the add-ons.
95
That's
plus
why.
add-ons.
Cornelius.
Salam,
Thank
let's
you,
not
That's
do
why.
that.
Cornelius.
Because there will be no
They're
more
not
add-ons.
getting the add-ons. So don't talk
You're
to
right.
me about.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
We're
fine.
not
You're
talking
not
to me
getting-
about.
Okay.
Oh,
Whatever,
he gets
bro.
100 million.
Trust them add-ons ain't
100.
coming.
No, we
they
pay.
not coming.
We actually, I think, low key, he's a double agent. He low key did us a favor. So now we only have to. We only paid like what 70 million for him. So for me, I'm like,
Mm.
well,
I mean, isn't it
Great.
a couple of years or just 1 year?
Oh, he's one of
Usually
the.
he's in it like 3-4 years
Oh
or
no, he's locked in. 200 grand a week. You know what I'm saying? 5 years for sure. He's locked in 100%. He's not going anywhere. But Ineos
Anyways.
watching this game, it's not about United. But
Tuchel's
he's
coming.
one- Tuchel.
Your boy is out of here, bro.
I'd run it.
Anyways, man, let's talk about Arsenal, man. These
Yeah,
guys
Arsenal.
are annoying.
Yeah.
Arsenal's still on top of the league, doing what they have to do. They have 2 matches left, so they just have to win out. Again, I think I said this earlier in the year, but I think Arsenal's been the best team in the league all year. If you look top to bottom, that's crazy. That is insane. But yeah, man, I feel like Arsenal did what they had to do. I mean, obviously, this match that they had this past week was pretty on brand for them this year. But I mean, we're looking at City now because City is the one who kind of is in control. If we go, so to speak, they have a game in hand, and if they do win that game in hand, they have the upper hand. So I don't know. As far as Arsenal fans, you guys aren't really looking, at your previous wins. Chris, it is what it is. You guys were able to win, but you guys are looking to win the league, and City is right there on your back. So what's going on in the Arsenal camp? What's been the buzz as of late?
Honestly, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm calling my Avengers each and every week. Each and every week, I have to call upon my Avengers. We have 3 of them left, and it starts with Fulham. So yeah, City played this Saturday against Fulham 7:30, and actually Fulham's actually been playing pretty decent recently. So listen, they don't have to lose. Listen, like I said, 9-9, 5-5, 0-0. It doesn't matter. I need a draw. All I need is a draw somewhere in the table. And if they draw, it's good money. We just have to take care of business. You know what I mean? So that's kind of just where I'm at. Talking about this weekend's game. I think we played well. It's kind of the standard, kind of 3-0 win. We did look a little shaky in some moments. Kind of gave the ball away cheaply here and there, but honestly, I think the lights were too bright for Solanke because he had a clear chance on goal, didn't take it, and kind of bailed us out. And we scored pretty shortly after that. So, so yeah, no, I don't think this match was our best game, but definitely just take care of business and keep pushing. We can't really focus on anybody but ourselves. I mean, if we don't handle business, there's no chance of us getting a title. So it's just really we have 2 finals left. We have a tough final this upcoming Saturday or Sunday against United, but it's really just about taking care of business, man. Really just about taking care of business. I don't want to see Zinni touch the field. I know you keep asking about Zinni. I don't want to see Zinni at all. I don't want to see him for the rest of the year. I'd rather Timber come back. And Timber is fully healthy now, which I'm happy about. He was on the team sheet against Bournemouth. I really don't see. I don't think we'll see him this year. Maybe like, a cameo at the end of Everton or something like that. But yeah, no, honestly, I'm just happy to have a fully fit team, fully fit squad. This is the first time I feel like we've had a fully fit squad all year. And, our guys are performing. This is the midfield 3 that, we've been wanting to see all year. And unfortunately, it took 30. I don't even know. We haven't seen this midfield since Community Shield. So, it took a while, but it's paying its dividends, Our midfield looks great right now. Back line looks solid. Up top, we also look solid. Saka looking good. Kai Havertz looks good. Trossard is on this thing right now as well. I think Martinelli deserved to be dropped. I completely understand and respect that decision. But yeah, no, just want to continue to take care of business week in and week out, and hopefully one of our Avengers can save the day. Honestly, can save the day. But there is one thing I did want to mention, because I know everyone wants to joke and laugh and whatever about Saka and him limping and this and that and the third. But I just want to speak about this foul that happened over the weekend. I don't know if you guys saw it at all. But Saka literally got a full cleat pretty much to the knee
Yeah.
ish area,
But
and VAR didn't even look. It's completely fine. And if you look, there's a whole picture where you can see like the white
the
skin
skin, yeah.
on from his shin. Like it's bad.
That's where they need to wear better shin pads. Come on.
Here we go. Yeah, right. 100%. I agree. But yeah, no, I just once again, I think VAR is just useless. Honestly, it's useless.
Yeah.
And it's bad when we kind of just let things like that go, because I'm not even talking about, this goal or that goal. It's just honestly just protecting the players at this point. And it's kind of egregious, the red cards we've seen given for way less tackles, way calmer fouls. They've gone to the board or gone and looked at it. Oh, this looks terrible. This looks bad. This looks bad. But I mean, a clear and blatant, like I saw it in live time, like a clear and blatant
it was bad. It was
cleat
bad.
to the knee is terrible. Like there's no reason your legs should be up that high with studs showing.
Who committed the challenge?
I don't remember his name.
Is it the left back? No,
Yeah,
Kirkash or something like that. Was it?
No, it's some Charlie or I forgot. Honestly, I forgot his name.
Charlie.
I can look it up. Something, but yeah, no, I just think VAR needs some type of revamp. Yeah, I really don't know what it is, but they definitely need some type of revamp.
You know what I think when I watch Saka? He kind of gives me the Eden Hazard, like how people just kick him.
Yeah,
like people play Saka very rough. I'm not even gonna lie about that.
I mean, and it's crazy. He's strong too. Like that's the thing. He's very sneakily strong. You don't think he's super strong, but he's strong. So once people realize that, they're like, oh, okay, I have to actually get him a little bit more physical with them. But it's getting egregious now. It's getting real egregious. But no, I'm happy with the result. Happy with the way we were playing. Happy with everything right now, and I love the mentality from the team. Just it's not in our control, so you can only control what you can control, really. You can't control outside things, and the one thing we can control is how we play and the results that we get. And I'll tell you right now, if City drop points, if they drop points anywhere and we take care of business, we'll end up with the Premier League title. That's just what it is. And if City don't drop points and we go 17-1-1 in 2024 and they win a title, hey, so be it, man. It is what it is.
You gotta win your games too.
You said what?
You gotta win your games too.
I know we got to win our games, but I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. If we go 17-1-1 this year, what more do you want? What more do you want? You know,
again next year.
Yeah, you really can't. I mean, ups to them. They had a bigger unbeaten streak. So there are definitely some matches I definitely go back and look on, and I just look at it disgusted because Fulham did the double on us this year, and that's the reason that we might lose the title, which is insane.
No way, they did the double on you?
Fulham did the double on us, bro. Insanity. I have no idea. I have no idea how they did it. But when we lost to Fulham at home, that one was the game I'm looking back at. Like, yeah. All the other losses, it's whatever. But that one, can't afford to do that, man. Can't afford to do that. So, yeah. But at the end of the day, the past is the past. You got to work about the present, and we have a fully fit squad. So to me, there are really no excuses. No excuses. Day in, day out, get the job done. Both teams that we've beaten, go ahead and beat them again. And we could potentially end up with a title on the 19th. So that's where I'm at.
I feel that. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. City is City. And when you look on your season, we said this every week, it's a game of margins. Fulham doing the double on you is potentially the reason y'all don't lift the cup this year. When you look at the rest of the matches you did what you're supposed to do. And so it's tough. It's a game of margins. And sometimes you could do everything in your power to win, and it's not up to you in the end. But before we get out of here, I did want to touch on Liverpool. They did win this past week, so technically they're still mathematically in the title race, but it's pretty much a two horse race at this point. I did want to ask about Darwin Núñez. He seemingly deleted all of his pictures off Instagram that had anything to do with Liverpool. We know that Klopp is leaving this year as well, so there may be some change ups in the locker room. Do you think this has anything to do with what's going on this summer with Darwin, or is it just a Darwin Núñez
I honestly don't know what it is.
Yeah, like do we have any speculations as to what's going on?
Maybe Klopp pissed him off too.
He just wants to play, I guess.
Yeah,
everybody wants to play.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but bro, when you miss chances like you've missed, bro, I can't rely on you week in and week out, bro. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah,
what does Salam always say? It's a results-based business. Literally, it's all result-based. Prime example: Martinelli got dropped. Guess why? The guy has less than, I think, 8 GA in the league this year. Unacceptable. We have a guy in Trossard scoring goals, important goals as well, off the bench with
10.
way less time than you.
10,
You know what I
right?
mean? Yeah, it's 10. Way less time than you. It's a result-based business. You can play so well at week in and week out. You can do this and that and the third, but if you don't have the results and the stats and the numbers to back it up, I mean, you can't be out here Draymond Greening. Like, you feel me? No, for real. Like, you can't. It doesn't translate. It doesn't translate to football, man. It does not. So, especially when you're an attacker, man, everyone's just.
I want to ask you about Timber. How do you feel about Timber coming back?
I feel great, bro.
Is he going to get
honestly,
time?
Like I said, I don't think he's going to touch the field until Everton, when we're at home up 4-0, the last 10 minutes, bro. I don't.
You don't think he's going to come on United game?
No.
Okay.
It's
too. You're not going to throw him out to the woods.
Yeah, I don't see a need to rush him back. We have Kivior, we have Tomiyasu. I'm not going to talk about the other one. So we have guys in that position right now. We really don't need him to rush him back at all. I really don't see the need. Let him have a more extensive recovery. Let him build back up, and then he can come back in the summer. But no, I don't.
So you wouldn't bring him back for the rest of the season?
mean, like I said, if we're up 4-0 at home, last game of the season, probably be wearing the new kits, let him go have 10 minutes. No, honestly, every last game of the summer, last game of the year, everyone usually wears a 24 25 or the new season. Yeah. No, let him get 10 minutes, a little cameo. That's fine, but I don't want to rush him back just to see him miss another 9 months, bro. Like,
you're right.
I'm not doing that.
Man, that's funny.
Nah, I'm cool. I rather we have a fully fit squad for the first time this year. Everyone's available. He's probably not even fit enough to even really even play a long period of time. So I'm cool with seeing Timber next year, or like I said, 10 minutes at the end of the last match. But I'm cool, man. I'm honestly just happy Partey is healthy and this is the midfield that we have, bro. Because this midfield, we've been begging for it all year, and we finally have it, and it looks great. Looks absolutely great.
Would you sell Partey this summer?
I think either Partey or Jorginho is going to leave. I think that's just what it is, and looks like we're offering Jorginho a 1-year contract.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we're about to offer him another 1-year contract, and I've already heard rumors about Partey is this price. So I don't think Partey will be here next year. If you ask me, I would love to keep Partey, even though he's not always healthy, but this is a guy. I mean, you see what he adds to our midfield. There's not really another player that plays like him, honestly, per se. He adds something completely different to our midfield. Dips to the shoulder, the way he plays, you really can't replicate it. And I would love to keep him for another year because I don't think that, I don't think we need Partey 36 game or 38 matches out the year. Like I don't think we need him. I think we can, like how Arteta yesterday said, how he kept him in bubble wrap for the last 6 matches and said, listen, 6 matches, fam. 6 is all we need. So just give us 6 matches and we're good. I think we just use him when we really, really need him. But I would hate to see him go. But you know, it's business. And honestly, over the past, 4 seasons that he's been with us, he's been injured for a large part of those every single season. So, you know, we're gonna bring. I think we're gonna bring another midfielder, whether it's Douglas Luiz, whether it's Bruno from Newcastle. I think we're gonna bring in another one, and I think one of those guys are out the door. So. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll keep him, but I want to keep him personally. I would love to have Partey for another year.
All right. Do you guys want to talk a little bit about Spurs for a little bit?
Oh yeah, big Ange Postecoglou.
You called it.
What's going on?
Keep playing the way you want to play.
Yeah, and again, you know, I say these things because, you know, there's such a direct focus on my manager. And it's like, we just let so many things just slide. Like this guy, 4-0 here, 5-0 here. Like, you know, like you just.
But his position on the table, man.
Well, your position on the table. You don't fight for any other trophies. You know, I'm seeing that. I guess you just have to go all in on, you know, one thing. I think that's like Ten Hag's problem. I'm not trying to make this a United thing, but I'm finding that the teams that just focus on these like singular competitions do the best. But
do you guys think it's a player issue or what? Management?
Yes, I think it's a player issue. They need players, bro. They
need more. They need
like I think yesterday I actually talking about this like when we were watching the Liverpool game. When they played Liverpool over the weekend, and they need a striker, they need a maybe another midfielder or two, they need another winger, they need, excuse me, who is it? Is it their right back? No, they don't need another right back, but they need a center. Yeah, they need a left back. Well, Udogi's injured right now, but Udogi's fine. But they definitely need a backup left back. Like they need players, and like even when we're watching in the midfield, like. Sarr and Basuma are too similar of a player type to to really progress this team and get them to the next level. And I like both players, but Basuma can do what Basuma and Sarr do. I think one player can suffice, and you need to add some new flavor to the midfield. So they need players. I think if he gets the players that he needs, then this type of style of play that he's playing with, it will end up paying dividends as well, because he wants to press a lot. He wants to press like City, but you don't have guys in this team that mentality wise and player personnel wise know how to do this, or can do it how you want it, kind of all 90 minutes. So I think they need players, and I think the players will help back his philosophies, but yeah, no, they need players, man.
Yeah, like where does Son fall in all of this? Because to be the captain, to be the best guy, we're looking at you. He hasn't really had a bad season, but these last 4 games, man, like where have you been?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
tired, man.
Don't blame him. Everyone loves Son.
I mean, there's it's funny. There's a Foot Mob articles that I was just reading that said Postecoglou thinks that Spurs have a confidence problem to overcome. And I think it's just a club thing. It's a club mentality thing. And I think like as much as we love Ainge, he has to understand that this is a mentality thing for Tottenham. And that's probably the first mold he has to break, because this team looked good. And then they had their injuries early in the year. Then they never really caught back the steam that we thought that they would. And especially now, 3 losses in a row, that's not going to help anybody's confidence. But for me, I think that this team they're very similar to Chelsea in that they have a lot of good young players. They have I would say they even have a better manager than we do currently, but they just need to find that group of players that's ready to just just go out every week and be some dogs. And I think that
Mhm.
if you're able to put a few more players behind Son that have that type of mentality, we'll see what they can do next year.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's why I said they need players because I said this in the beginning of the season when they were on that run. They were 26 points and I don't know how many matches,
Mhm.
whatever, in the beginning of the season. I was like, this is all good and gravy, but like I said, if Van der Ven goes down, if Madison
did.
goes down, if Son
He
goes
did.
down,
Did.
this team is
Mhm.
finished. This team is completely finished, and that's exactly what happened. Van der
Mhm.
Ven and Son, or not Son, but Van der Ven and Madison went down. Completely different side. We didn't know who we were seeing anymore. So they need reinforcements for sure. And like you're right, it is a confidence problem. This team hasn't won anything ever,
Mhm.
so and they've been
Yeah.
close too. They've been there. They've been in
Champions League
League finals.
final,
They've been in
Carabao
title races.
final.
Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
in finals here and there. They just can't get over the hump. So yeah, I think it's a generational thing,
Yeah,
a generational
is.
title thing.
This is one of the very few teams I feel like changing the manager is not going to change it. These guys have to pick it up.
You need a group. You need a group of guys to break the spell, and then
I agree.
And then maybe it'll start to happen for you guys more regularly. But you haven't broken that spell ever, so
it's been a long time since
2008
or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Since they won the Carabao.
They won a Carabao.
Yeah, like 2008. It's been a while. It was called the Carling Cup.
The Carling Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, they won the preseason joint. Remember?
The Audi.
Audi Cup.
Audi Cup.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's
hilarious.
Audi Cup.
Yeah, Harry Kane was so awkward because he was just like,
I can't really celebrate for real.
Yeah.
This is the only thing I've won.
I feel bad for him, man. I feel bad for him.
See, and
Bayern, they don't win. It's crazy.
Nah, he could get into a Champions League final if the winner of the final is going to be from Madrid and Bayern.
I believe so too,
because they can't.
Yeah.
If Dortmund sneaks by PSG, they're a lick for whoever's on the other side. What?
Yeah, nah.
Dortmund in the final? We've seen it before.
We don't want to. Yeah, it's at Wembley. We don't want another German Wembley final. We don't want another one. The last one was good though. Lewandowski, Robin.
Yeah.
Ribery, all those guys. But this one, I don't know. It won't be that.
It's not gonna be shaking like that.
Yeah, it's not
I'd rather have Leverkusen play Bayern in the Champions League final.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Europa too is lining up a nice little final.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking at conference league because we may be in the conference league next year. The UCL, the real UCL. All right, let's get into predictions, man.
We play Nottingham Forest away. We've been on a good run. I think I would hope that we get another clean sheet. I'm looking at clean sheets now. That's how I judge how we like that. That's how I determine if we had a good match or not, by clean sheets. So I think 2-0, 3-0.
I will go 2-0. Yeah. They beat us at Stamford Bridge earlier this year, 1-0. What's his name? Anthony Elanga. We got to get it back.
they have something to play for. They're trying to fight off relegation. They had a big boost by winning.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't care. 2-0.
Yeah, we got to get.
Where's the match?
City Ground.
Okay.
We get to see Cho. Oh my god,
Salam, what are your predictions for this weekend, Salam?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
If it's anything like you guys played today, you're getting mollywopped. I'm just letting you know,
bro. You guys gave us 5. It got to be at least 6. Come on, y'all can do 6. Come on.
I'm not gonna. I don't know. Listen. If you don't have one of your center backs back, you guys are getting mollywopped. I mean, it's gonna be bad. Like if we thought Mateta was getting past Johnny Evans easy, fam, it's a done thing. I think it's gonna be like, I don't know, 4. think a 4-piece nugget, man. I think a 4-piece nugget.
Okay.
Maybe 4-1. Honestly, I will probably concede. I don't even know. I don't even know how, but I can see us conceding. But no, 4-piece nugget, 4-1, 4-0. Keep it pushing.
You know, this potentially could be a very big pivotal point in the season.
Yeah.
You understand that, right? You're going into Old Trafford. And I know it looks favorable.
Oh my god. Is this your announcement?
It looks favorable, doesn't it?
Are you about to call it GRG?
We're gonna do this.
Oh my goodness,
No.
this guy's insane.
Listen. I'm calling it GRG.
Oh
Can't
yeah.
even say it with a straight face.
I'm
You can't
calling
say
it
with a
GRG.
straight
No,
face.
we're gonna get points. We're gonna get points this weekend. I don't try.
The guy can't even say it with a straight
Yeah,
face.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
He
when
doesn't
you know.
believe himself.
Hey, listen, you guys are laughing. I know what you guys are thinking, and I know that like, right now it may not seem as if what I'm saying is possible, but you know, United loves to play spoiler. Just wait. The thing about us is there is no consistency about our inconsistencies. You know what I'm saying? You can't judge us on form.
You can't. Yeah.
You can't
you're
judge
right.
us on form. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are, yeah, I know. On paper, it looks so straightforward, but I would hate to be here a week from now talking about that's it. You know, that would be.
I mean, I
Would
can
that be
understand
upset of the year if that happens?
No,
Hey,
it's not
I'm
upsetting
telling
me.
y'all.
It's crazy.
I'm telling y'all.
We're gonna
It'd be
do
a
this.
shocking win. But nah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but like at the same time, our team is so different than like last year. Like
You're right.
like mentality wise, bro, we are not.
Don't talk to me
Nah.
about my team and mentality. Okay.
Listen, mentality wise,
I'll
we're
show
so
you
far
mentality.
from last year, man. I really don't think. I'm not saying it's not going to be a test because it definitely is a test. I mean, our managers don't like each other. You know, our teams really don't like each other. We have history. There's history there. So
Yeah, the
obviously,
first game.
yeah, obviously, it's going to be a battle. You guys are going to be up for it. But mentality wise, like this team is in a very, and I can tell by the way we're playing, it's just like get the job done, bro. Like just do what we need to do so we can get out of here. And
I'm
if
not gonna lie.
we don't win, fine. But
I
yeah,
agree.
we're in a very different headspace. It's not like, oh, can we do it? It's like, nah, we're doing it. It is what it is. So
If
you can call it
Arsenal don't
GRG.
win it this year, I can predict they win it next year.
Yeah.
My future bet's gonna be in. My future is
Yeah.
not in.
And if you guys, what about? Are we gonna give Arnie a chance? Does Arnie have any shot at competing for a title next year? Because I'm very curious to see the energy people give Arnie.
No. You got to earn it. Come on now.
Yeah, you got there, man.
You're not gonna run through the league.
Nah, when
Pep
Slaughterhouse,
didn't even do that.
I need
Liverpool. A hot take: Liverpool might be 6 next year.
Slaughterhouse next year.
They might be like 6,
Mr. Slaughter.
5, 6. Honestly, because they're losing players. So you don't think Salah's going to Saudi?
Oh yeah, he's going.
Or he's gone. He is gone.
He's going. Mr. Arnie has a big job on his hands, but yeah, man, good episode. Did you guys have any shout outs before we get out of here?
Yeah, I actually got a shout out. I was looking at Leverkusen, and they extended their unbeaten streak to 48 matches, which is currently Benfica holds the record at 48 matches unbeaten back in like the 50s or 60s.
Jeez.
So if they win this upcoming weekend, actually if they win in Europa match this Thursday
against Roma,
they would go undefeated in all of Europe's leagues, all of Europe, 49 games, which would be the record. So shout out to them, man. I've been rooting for them all year because I really think they got something special over there, and this will just be another ribbon on their jerseys this year. So currently at 48 unbeaten, if they win this Thursday, they go to 49 unbeaten, which is the record amongst all of Europe's leagues. So that's my shout out for this week.
That's crazy. But imagine if like you just rolled over 100 every match on them. Bro,
Yeah.
oh my!
The winner
gosh.
draw is crazy.
Winner draw every match.
It's
Oh
nuts.
my goodness, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez,
My shout out is Nicholas Jackson.
Action.
Action.
Nicholas Jackson. Okay.
He has more goals than Hoyland. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Are you
Shout
gonna
out
address that?
the-
We can move on. It's cool.
Let's just move on. Let's just move on. Let's just
What
move
did he
on.
say?
Remember, he predicted Hoyland's gonna have more goals than Jackson.
Jeez.
I will
He's
say
looking
I've gotten a lot of things wrong this year. I could admit that.
No.
I've gotten a lot of things wrong this year. But Cornelius, you're gonna like this. But next year, just wait. Next year's my year.
Oh, it's always next
Oh,
week, baby.
man.
You sound like a
It's
true. You
always
sound like a
next
true
year.
Cleveland Browns fan. Come on, move up from Cincinnati. You fit right in.
Next year's my year.
Also, I forgot the team name. I'm gonna find out for next week. But some team, I forgot who it is, but their club has been. It's an English team. They're like on like 5th or 6th division football. They just won like their league to get up to. So I don't know if y'all know much about English football, but the Prem Championship, League 1, League 2, and then the National League are the only 5 leagues that actually get like are in the payment structure. So if you get promoted or demoted, that's when your wages go up or down.
Yeah.
This team, I forgot their team name. For the first time in their 158-year history, they made it up to the National League. So fifth division football in England. And they won out of a penalty shootout. I'm going to find out what their team is for next week. But I saw it on Twitter. Like their whole team was going crazy. It was nuts. So shout out to them.
Hey, boy.
Leicester's back too. Leicester's back.
Yeah, Leicester's back.
Leicester's back. Ipswich is in the Prem after like
Wow.
30 years or 40 years, something like
No,
that.
Since like 2002.
22
okay,
years,
okay,
bro.
22 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a minute.
Bro,
So-
it's no, it's crazy because a lot of these teams, we all play FIFA, so I've seen a lot.
Oh
of
yeah,
these
yeah.
teams.
You see them, yeah.
Bro, I started playing FIFA. It really, like, my first like really memorable FIFA was like FIFA 04. Bro, I
Okay.
have never seen this team in the Prem. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
This is crazy. So I'm excited to see, how they do. But they're gonna, by the way that they play and the way I see them, though, they're gonna get mollywhopped up here. They're gonna get mollywhopped because
They score goals. They score goals,
but they go down too much, and you can't
Mhm.
afford to go down 2-0 and then we're
You
about
have
to
to
come
fight
back.
back. Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, that's not happening again.
Not in the Prem.
Not in the Prem.
That Postecoglou.
Yeah,
I mean,
nah, it's not happening.
Mhm.
But congrats to them though, man. Leeds will have to fight in the playoff.
Playoffs?
To see, yeah, to see.
I would like
who,
to see Leeds back, man. I would like to see Leeds back.
Jamie Vardy again. Wow, that guy can't stay away from the Prem. Hey,
Right. Keep
Yeah, I
playing.
need
He can't
him
play
to
anymore.
I need him to retire in the Prem. Even if next year's his last year, just
yeah,
retire
next
as a
next year's probably his
yeah.
last one.
You got to retire
Yeah,
in the Prem. bro.
did he get them promoted twice?
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Mhm.
he's a legend there.
No, what, bro? I
More
bet
goals
You're
you
building a
Yeah.
statue. You're probably building a statue as soon as he retires.
No, yeah, of
Yeah.
course, he's always a legend, but like promoting a team twice
Yeah.
and
like,
getting
that's
them a
like-
Prem.
That should count for something.
And getting
and
them
a
a Prem.
Prem. You're right. They
Yeah,
have an
he
FA
is
Cup
king of
too.
that.
They have an FA Cup
Yeah,
and a
FA
Prem.
Cup as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could get away with
It
it.
was him and who? It was him and Mahrez. They were
Mahrez,
killing it.
Conte,
Drinkwater.
Maguire was on that team too.
Drinkwater.
No?
No, Maguire came later.
Maguire has
was a
never
year
won
out.
anything in professional football. No.
Okay.
All Brighton. What's
I'm
his
sorry,
name?
Carabao Cup. He's winning.
Bro, and honestly, they had a squad.
He had a squad.
Like when you look back at who they had on their squad, I'm like, yo, this
Yeah,
team
they
is
did.
serious.
Okazaki randomly
Yeah,
just
man,
goes
like-
to
And who was their keeper?
Schmeichel.
Michael.
Schmeichel. Yeah, Schmeichel.
Jeez,
Mhm.
Bro, they had a
Crazy.
team. Like they had
Yeah.
a real team. That's why everybody got picked off. Mahrez was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shout out to them.
Yeah, I wanted to shout out Kieran McKenna, the coach of Ipswich Town. He came from United. He was one of the coaches when Ole was here. Him, Carrick, and Mike Phelan were the coaches at the time. So Shout out to him getting his team promoted. Shout out to Johnny Evans for coming out and giving everything that he had.
The boys gave everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and my last shout out, I just wanted to shout out Eric Ten Hag.
I'm gonna do a.
This is where we end. How are you
I'm gonna
going
do
to
it.
shout out Ten Hag?
Yeah, we could just
Come
cut it
on,
right
bro.
here.
No, I have to display my support. He's not the problem.
I don't understand. What
He's not the
what your Salam,
not
I've
the
known you for a minute. Since Sir Alex, everybody out. Even Mourinho, you wanted Mourinho out. Why this attachment to this dude? We're giving you the door.
Bald.
Walk
Bald.
through it.
Nah, he's
What
not
is
the
this
problem.
support for him? You don't think he's the problem?
Look at the players.
He's definitely a problem. He's part of the problem.
We've been watching these players. Mike, some of these players have been here since 2013. You know what I'm saying? Think about where we were.
Shaw has to go for sure. Sure has
Think
to
about
go.
where we here we are, and it's like, you know, we need depth in these positions. Martial, where are you?
You had Ronaldo, remember?
We
He
had
has 42 goals this year.
remember he was the problem. Remember he
Yeah.
was the problem.
That's the guy you're backing, though. The guy that fumbled Ronaldo.
Maybe he's not the long-term answer, but I'm just saying that the players have to go too. Because if you get rid of him and you keep the players,
Yeah, same issue. You're right.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
guys
fair.
definitely gotta go. Some guys definitely
will
gotta
see.
go.
yeah,
Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, all these guys gotta go.
yeah.
My one shout out is gonna be an early shout out. I'm just calling my Avenger, man. My Avengers in white. Fulham. It will be, I need you to do me a big favor, fam. A big favor. Just get a point. That's all I ask. I'm even gonna watch it. I'm gonna wake up at 7:30 just to watch the match.
William.
Please, just get the point.
Come through.
William too, we need for all the times that you cause us heartbreak, bro. Please,
This is your time to pay back.
Yeah, it's time to pay it back, man. 'Cause you're on way too much money for a long time.
William was our Arsenal.
I don't want to talk about it.
That was horror show.
Well, he was
fat.
Yeah, Anthony was better than him.
William. Salam, end the
No.
podcast, bro.
Yeah,
I told you, Anthony's in a league of his own. He's not even with Timo and them.
yeah. Timo had more.
No,
GA.
Timo
Bro,
and them are
Timo
with
had GA.
Darwin
Yeah.
Nunez and Timo, right?
Yeah, bruh has less than 5 GA all comps, fam. That is ridiculous,
These guys played in the Champions League. Don't forget that.
bro. That is ridiculous.
5 competitions.
My center back has more GA than this guy, bro. It's insane.
Ooh, Chalobah just
I
came
think
back.
both of them. Yeah, bro.
Chalobah.
More GA. No, I'm kidding.
Talking about Chalobah. Man, get
Yo,
out.
Shout out Chalobah, man. Shout out Chalobah.
No,
10
shout out,
starts. We've only lost 1 game.
shout out
needs
to
to
Chelsea,
keep going.
man. You guys support all the mandem. You guys employ a lot of mandem. I like that. You know,
Yes, sir. Black
So,
team.
you know what I'm saying?
Anyways.
Black Lives Matter. Man, appreciate everybody for tuning in.